You should show me next time. Hello, hello everyone. Hello, hello. Can you see me well? I know I'm again in the portrait mode. This is weird, so I hope I'll be able to crack it next time. Please let me know if you see me well, if you hear me well. And there's something, just a weird thing just right now hovering over me. Hi. Hey, hi everyone. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, the chat is really crazy already. Thank you so much for all the hearts. Hey, thank you. I look like an idiot. People are also congratulating me. Thank you. Thank you. Yay. So you might think I'm in the middle of nowhere, but not exactly. And you might think I'm just talking to myself, but not exactly. And I swear I haven't drank anything yet. I mean, not alcohol, only coffee. But I'm not alone. Believe it or not, I'm not alone. Yeah, so I have a special guest, actually two guests, very special ones. And I would like to start with this, introduce my very special guests, and then we'll start the tour. So, well, it's my first tour in Amsterdam, and it's not exactly a tour because it's my birthday, and it's my party, and I got if I want to, God if I want to, right? So this is the song I normally sing every year on my birthday tour. I didn't plan it exactly. When I was thinking about my birthday tour, it was a completely different reality, completely different side of the world, part of the world. So everything that's um, been happening to me in my family since October 7th, it's pretty much a balagan. There's this word in Hebrew, balagan. It's a chaos. Well, I've never really experienced anything like that. Something pretty close happened in February 2022, and then we had to pack quickly. And well, the story. So, but I thought actually this would be it. I thought that everything was okay and settled, but well, it happened. Whatever happened. Well, but I'm here now in Amsterdam, and I've been hitting the books a lot. And I was thinking, so what I actually want to do, what I actually want to show. And I've chosen the area with the help of a friend of mine who you're going to see very soon. And today it's going to be a combination of a birthday tour, a talk. I finally give the floor to this person. I'm sure you already know who I'm talking about, the person behind the scenes, and one more person, creature behind the scenes. I'm already like I think everybody already knows who I'm talking about. And so walking, talking, but also some content, some history. And I want to show you what I saw when I arrived to Amsterdam because I'm not local. I've been here before once for just one day, and I got lost. And I spent about 2 hours finding my group. I never told you about this. I'm pretty ashamed, about the whole thing. Pretty embarrassing, but anyway. And now I'm here, and I just wanted to share with you the way I see Amsterdam, and so my first impression, and the information that I scan from the architecture, from the people, from the history. So this type of things. But first thing first, let me introduce my very special guest tonight. Hello.
Hi there. Hi, it's me.
Yes, this is Catherine, dears. This is Catherine, the mastermind behind this plan to get me out of Israel. Catherine and Stefan, you did the unimaginable. I just will never really be able to find words and to do enough to just thank you properly for it. And it's just, I know, too much hair. I know. And a huge balloon. So we hardly ever fit, on one screen. But look who we've got here as well. So Oscar was actually about to travel to Israel for my birthday, and I'm so happy he just didn't get his flight. His flight, he didn't have the tickets yet. So we're here, and there is Oh, some more smooching, some more. Mwah. Exactly. This is
It's
crazy.
birthday tradition to eat it.
Yeah, it's my birthday tradition. This is true. This is the truth. Yeah. And you know what? Tonight I'm also going to upload my last year's birthday tour from Ashkelon for everyone. So it used to be available only for sponsors, but I'll upload it so you could just get to compare and see some Ashkelon peaceful times. But now let's head to explore some Amsterdam. Yoo-hoo! Hold on a second. No, no, no. I want to show you. Look at this woman. Look, so she arrived just with this huge balloon with a bear in her bag and loads of stuff. Unbelievable. Look at this.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, dear. Okay, so welcome to my Amsterdam. I said it's probably way too much, but my vision of Amsterdam. And I want to say, I would like to say that when I talk to Stefan, like if he really wants me to do virtual tours and what kind of tours he wants me to do or he does not want me to, he said actually he has no problem with me doing any kinds of tours because it's going to be my vision, because it's going to be my perspective. But anyway, I've seen some tours with Stefan. Now I wish I had seen more, but because of so many things happening, I just couldn't join as many as I really wanted to. But thank you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. This is so sweet. Thank you. So I wanted to show you something over here. This is the first thing actually I saw, and Catherine took me here. She knew I would love it. And I'm sure Stefan must have shown you this tunnel a couple of times. And for those of you who have been to Amsterdam, you must have been at some point at this area. Very soon you will get to know what the area is. But almost everyone arriving to Amsterdam at some point sees this area. So it's a transport hub. And this tunnel is very special because you see the tiles, you see the blue and white tiles all the way. Just half of the tunnel is made for the bicycles, and half of the tunnel is made for pedestrians. And the beautiful handmade 80,000 tiles. Yay, Delft tiles, right? And there is so much connection that I find with St. Petersburg because Peter the Great, the founder of my city, he visited Amsterdam and just actually the Netherlands, not only Amsterdam, before even establishing the city, my city, St. Petersburg. And he was absolutely in awe with all the things, with Delft. He fell in love with Delft. Like, I totally understand. I get it why he fell in love with Delft. And then he brought thousands of Delft tiles to St. Petersburg. And I showed you some of those tiles in Peterhof and in many other places. And there's some more place that I'm planning to take you to, exactly with connection with connection um, to the Netherlands. So these Delft tiles are here. This is a relatively new tunnel, of course, but the tiles. And even though the tiles are modern ones, the design. Thank you so much. Thank you, dankjewel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye. But the design that the artist Irma Boom has actually come up with is old. This is the design of the 16th century, the Dutch artist. This huge ship, the Netherlands, it's all about the fleet, it's all about the marine trade. And, well, there's only one change that I really like. I actually noticed it immediately. So these three crosses that wasn't the original design, but the three crosses here. This is the symbol of Amsterdam, and I've been picking Catherine's and Stefan's brains about what's actually what do these three crosses actually mean, and nobody actually knows. So they told me you can come up with your own version, and I was thinking, well, definitely it's not about the adult movies or stuff like that. So I was thinking maybe it's about the three kisses that I actually have seen people give each other, which is a bit weird for me after the pandemics. Maybe it's the free kisses. Who knows? It looks really nice to me. Why not? And there's something else that's, well, I think is important to mention over here. There's a little change. If you, well, before that, here used to be some people here in the stern, slaves. And it's important to mention. So there are no slaves anymore. This is the important part of history that Amsterdam is not really, it's not a hot potato topic. So the city acknowledges it, the country acknowledges it, and it's great. But this is the past that actually made this country the way we know it now, gave all the riches. The city was shaped, the economy of the country. Well, yeah, this was essential part of the economy as well. And it is the history. So I am the one who, well, there's never been a hot potato topic for me on any of my tours. And I'm so happy that it's not a hot potato topic for the Netherlands. It's just absolutely great. And look, there's the skies. It looks three-dimensional. Yeah, it looks, yeah, it's, look at this, the skies, you see? It continues all the way. Can you imagine the artist doing it? Actually, it's handmade. Can you imagine like 80,000 tiles painted? Look, actually an image to show you. Look, you see? It's not printed. These are actually the special tiles. This is the special, clay that has been used, well, to make it survive through the temperature changes, and so many people passing by. So it's not as fragile as the original, well, tile, the Delft tiles are. So it's definitely going to last and for many, 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 many dozens of years and centuries. And I'm absolutely amazed how 600, 400-year-old buildings look. It's fantastic. And after after all this time in Israel with 5,000 years of history and so many ruins, so many archaeological sites, I've basically been craving. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, Catherine. So I now have the. Hold on a second. I just want to film you. Look, so Catherine is pampering me every day. That's what she does. She takes care of me. Now she has the umbrella, and she's carrying the Oscar and the the balloon. Unbelievable! Absolutely. Thank you so much, dear. Now that's what you call a wall. Well, so some of you might recognize the area. I'm sure Stefan has done some tours here, right? So we are in the area of the central station. It's just over there. So you see, I've only just, well, I arrived on Saturday. I don't, like, it was such a mess that I didn't really keep track of time, but it's been over a week that I'm in Amsterdam. And well, I'm a newcomer, so I'm not a tour guide to Amsterdam, but I have, well, some experience in guiding and some experience in also reading, scanning, interpreting architecture, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be interpreting in my way and also, of course, showing you some connections. And for those of you who have seen tours with Stefan, of course, you know how Amsterdam looks, and you know all these buildings. Well, they're small ones, lovely, beautiful, but those are not palaces. No, even in the Dam Square where the royal palace is, it was not meant for royalty at all. And when it gets to royalty, actually, I was surprised to know that the monarchy was originated only in the 19th century, like the way we know it now. And then I was really surprised to know that this grand palace, we're going to see it from a bit afar. Don't worry, soon. I was surprised to see it for the first time. I couldn't believe that this is just a central station, not a royal palace, because I'm from St. Petersburg, and like we have 300 palaces there. Yeah, we have a beautiful train station. I'm sure some of you must have seen my tour of the Vitebsk train station, the beautiful Art Nouveau. Uh, but this does look like a palace to me, or like I'm in Hogwarts, maybe, in a way. And there is a reason for it. So the royalty in the Netherlands, Catherine and Stefan took me to The Hague. This was exactly on Sunday when and Stefan was in Madurodam, where we actually showed up for the tour, and we burst into tears a little bit. I just could not, but cry. It was a really emotional moment, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Catherine also shared it too. Okay, I'm not telling. No, 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 no. Catherine was as hard as rock. No. So, and I was I was thinking, oh my goodness, is this is this it? In Hague, the palaces, even though this is well, the political capital, right? Uh, I was thinking, oh my goodness, the palaces are not really huge, and they don't really look like palaces. But this, so because this is a people's palace, this is the people's palace, not the monarchy palace. This is for people, and this, I know it's not typical for a train station to look like that. So the architect, I want to show you another portrait. It's raining, but it's not too bad. I want to show you. So I did some digging because, well, there must be some reason why the station looks so grand. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Hi. Joyce, I needed to save my family. So we made the decision to leave Israel for a while. So that's why I'm here. Thanks to Stefan and Catherine and all the everyone who participated in the crowdfunding campaign, because this was very it was all very expensive. It was really tough. There were no flights, nothing, no tickets really left, only the very expensive ones. So we're here only thanks to the Hegel community. So I'm not even sure how to pronounce his name. Pierre Kuipers, Pierre Kuipers. I'm please, for those who speak Dutch, I'm very sorry. I have never spoken Dutch in my life. It only happened first time a bit more than a week ago that I had to actually pick up on some words. Well, I think I can pretty decently say dankjewel,
Dankjewel.
dankjewel, dankjewel. So thank you so much. But the other one with welcome, I think I'm struggling. Alsjeblieft.
Not bad.
Oh,
Alsjeblieft.
say it again.
Alsjeblieft.
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 Okay, so I'm so sorry. For those who speak Dutch, please pardon my ignorance. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so when I started a little bit of history of the Netherlands, and I needed to do that for, well, for the Hermitage, because Hermitage has the great collection of Rembrandt works, actually the biggest outside of the Netherlands. And I know the Dutchies are pretty jealous about it. I know. Yeah. So I studied history because, well, it's not only about the Rembrandt, but just in general, the collection of Dutch art uh, and Rubens, such different arts. So why they have Rubens, who shows us beautiful, grand uh, paintings, or like descent from the cross, huge, religious, Catholic, and then we have just people doing ice skating, or a milkmaid, uh, well, pouring the milk from a jar, or a maid just sweeping the floors. And then I needed to understand why. So the history of um, revolution and the separation from the Spanish crown, the independence, the Protestant religion. So it all coming together. And I'm just talking about this, and have a look. So here we have a church, a huge St. Nicholas church, Catholic, and here we have the palace for people, the train station. Looks pretty similar because the architect was Catholic. And, well, it's not like Catholics were completely banished, but the worshipping the way Catholics did was banished after the revolution, after the 1500s. And this was the way for him to make it up to his, love of Catholic architecture. Of course, not everybody really liked it. Look at this. Look at this. People would say that's too Catholic. That's way too much. But now I know Catherine told me, and I see that people just in awe about it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, everyone, for your kind words. I'll get down to the chat just when I find some uh, spot. Oh, under the roof from here, it would be great. But of course, it's not only about the people's palace. So the monarchy, right? So the royal family, they also need to have access to transport, right? They also need to travel. So there is this royal entrance VIP spot, right? And well, I wish we could enter it, but now we have to do it from behind the glass. But this is the royal entrance, the VIP thing. Look at this. That's what I've been missing for in Israel. So this type of thing, yeah, I had some cravings. I had to watch some like live webcams from like Europe, from St. Petersburg even. That's what I've been really missing, and now I miss Israel. Yeah, I'm never fully satisfied. Well, look at that. Let me go over the chat. Oh no, Adrian, I have no doubt that Israel will win. I have no doubt about that. And once again, I wanted to express my gratitude to everyone who donated to the, well, a few days ago, I did the tour, charity tour, and all the money, all the donations have already been transferred to Chabad Ashkelon, Rav Lieberman, with whom we did a number of tours. So the money is already there, and the Rav Lieberman and the community are supplying hot meals and other necessities to the people in the south and the affected areas. So thank you so much. So together we collected some. I don't remember the exact number, but it's about $300, maybe a little bit less. Some money came a little bit later, but I've already transferred it. So you can find the post, like with all the screenshots. It's just a number of screenshots and many, many figures and calculations, currency rate, all the conversions, but it's there. Thank you so much for supporting Israel. This is a lot. So $300 is a thousand shekels, and you can buy a lot with that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I'll be going on the chat just a little bit more as I'm on my way to the next spot. The race start. Oh, very good. Very good. Yes, yes, there is a crowdfunder and it's still going. This this is purely the idea of caffeine and stuff, and I'm just in awe of all the support that has come within. Honestly, I know. Well, at the daytime, this area looks different, but I believe that in the evening, is just absolutely majestic with the lights, with the reflections. I'm nowhere near as good as showing the reflections of the city, of the lights in the pools. I know Stefan is really good at it. I'm nowhere near, so I might need to master, but I know I'll never be as good as him. Okay, we need to cross somewhere here. Thank you. Oh, it's so sweet. People wishing me happy birthday. This is very lovely. Thank you so much, Catherine. Catherine all brought this. Honestly, this is her, not me. Oh, look at that. We will be talking about the churches. We will be talking about a thing that I really really find interesting. But just here, so my impression from Amsterdam. I'm standing next to the train station, and okay, I see something. Well, the train station actually was built in the 19th century, of course. So this is in early 19th century. This is when the first train station actually in the world was launched, and it was in London. Then it was in St. Petersburg, and then shortly after, it's the Netherlands. But the station would be built much later. It still took them about 50 years, I think, to build the station. Yeah, long time. And then, whew, what they got. And then I think, okay, the station is overlooking the Eye River. The station is overlooking some really old architecture. Okay, so you definitely say you are in the old city. Okay, the history is really everywhere you go now. But it's not only that, it's not only about history. And now we're going to do some crossing. In definitely not the most appropriate spot. Is there a word like jaywalking for it or something? No, it's not jaywalking. Okay, no, it's just over there. Can I zoom? What do you think? Yeah, because I don't. I actually think we'd go that way. Yeah. Uh, Oops! I just got hit by a balloon fight. Oh, that's crazy. Sorry, dears. Okay, I'll go slow, just not to cause any more dizziness with you. But over there, I know it's zoomed, it's a bit blurred, but that's fine. I just don't want to go very far because that bridge is not as beautiful as here. So you see, there is a pagoda. Actually, it's a Chinese restaurant. But we are going to see some interesting temple today, also in the end of the tour. But look at this. This is a restaurant. This is one of the biggest Chinese restaurants in the Netherlands. And you know what? It's not just from the outside. It looks like very traditional. But what I like is that the history, something really really old in Amsterdam, is like 800 years. There's something super new, like super techy, and I want to try it someday. In this restaurant, you are served by robots, and I love it. In 800-year-old his city, you are served at a Chinese restaurant by robots. I'm absolutely in awe. Definitely going there sometime. Definitely. Wow, lovely, absolutely lovely. Who knows? But of course, well, I'm not very techy, so I'm just in awe. I want to sit, I want to try it, but let's go ahead and explore some history. So that's what I love. I would like to cross the river here. Well, we've talked about the church. We will pass by, but of course you won't be able to see it like from afar. So that church is basically what brought people to Amsterdam at some point and made Amsterdam a big religious destination, like important Christian destination. In 1345 happened a miracle, an Amsterdam miracle. I'm sure Stefan mentioned it, but I want to bring this up again. We need to cross from here. Mhm. Okay, let's cross. Don't do this at home. Don't tell my mom. I just crossed the red light. Thank you. Thank you. So what happened? There was a person who was like dying from some disease, and just before his death. Okay, let's cross. Just before his death, so a priest came for this last Eucharist, and he gave him the bread, but this person actually couldn't swallow it, so he threw up. Yep. And according to the rules, the priest was supposed to burn the bread. Next morning, somebody was checking. Well, a maid was just cleaning, and she found out that the bread actually hadn't burned. And this was considered, well, it was called immediately the miracle. And this, later on, in a short period of time, brought so many Christians to Amsterdam that the city, the tiny, tiny city, got 19 monasteries. 19 monasteries. Well, this is definitely a miracle. So from there, it started. It was nowhere near the trade, nowhere near the uh, in this company, no, nowhere near that. But this is what put Amsterdam on the big on a on a on the Christian map, on the religious map of Europe. There's a building. I want to show you all there's some construction going on, but I'm so used to the scaffolding, I'm so used to the fences, so it's fine. There's a building I want to show you, and it's a bit spooky. It looks to me like a cap of a witch. Does it look to you this way? Yeah. Yeah, which I definitely, and it has this name, Weeping Tower. So very Halloweeny, and please don't miss my Halloween tours and Stefan's Halloween tours. They're all on the calendar. Feel free to share the links here just in case if anyone could share the links to Stefan's tours, that would be fantastic. So this tower over here, well, the name, yeah, Weeping Tower. So the legend has it that from here, wives would part with their husbands, the sailors, and back then, a fisherman, a sailor could leave for 2 years. Could be really absent for several years, and there was no guarantee that he would be back, because about half of all the sailors, of all the fishermen, actually would not come back. That was the sad statistics of that times, unfortunately, of those times. So if from here the wives would be parting with the sailors, they were about to take to the sea and set off. So what actually had been on this spot? Of course, there was no train station at that time. We're talking 1500s. There was no, there was no train station. There was not even a road. So this is the bit of the train station, and that's all of that. So it's huge, right? So in fact, I want to show you this. There was water everywhere here. And this weeping tower, well, this is a nice legend. And sometimes I really prefer not to spoil a good story with facts. But in fact, okay, I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. No, but actually, the old name of this tower, it has nothing to do with weeping. It actually means the sharp tower, something like that. Because here used to be the city wall, so the city limits was just here, and exactly here the wall made a sharp turn. There's just a, well, sort of, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, but it's dark. You cannot see, but there is a nice story. This is a very, very good story to share. Exactly from here in early 1600s, a very important person, Henry Hudson, set off on a trip to find another, marine trade route to the East Indies from the north. But he accidentally found Manhattan, and like, whoops! And then you know the story. So exactly from here, New York, well, York and then New York would start just from here. It's interesting how these connections work. Absolutely, I'm absolutely fascinated with that. Thank you so much. I actually forgot I'm wearing this hat. Thank you so much. Up, 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 up. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I smell some weed. Welcome to Amsterdam. Well, in Israel, it's the same smell. It's also legal there. Well, it's like different like restrictions and limitations, but you can even get it if you have medical prescription. So it's kind of the same smell that I'm already used to, and you don't really need to smoke it, and you can already get stoned, and you don't need really much. But well, that's fine. Okay, so we are on our way to explore actually what had been before, well, like behind those city walls. So actually the old area, because we are now walking on the water, which used to be water. And well, it's now actually raining on me, but well, that's okay. Yeah, now you can see here. Here we are. I'll be going over the chat. Yay! Couple of screenshots wouldn't really hurt. Thank you so much in advance, and we're gonna be flooded, I think.
She's covered.
Oh, yeah, we're covered. We're covered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me go over the chat and see. I know. The chat is going absolutely crazy. I can't really keep up with it. Yeah, I have no idea how Stefan does this. Yeah, Dolly. Dolly is in Israel now, and I keep in touch with her daily. Please send her love and prayers to Dolly, to everyone in Israel, and to everyone affected. Many people in diaspora, and not only Jewish, are affected by this conflict. So here we are by the church, and you can, well, it's sort of, maybe it's actually for the better that I'm on the portrait mode, but there is no way, of course, I can fit everything in. But I think this is a nice one. This is, stop hitting me. No, just honestly, I'm talking about religion here, the church. Look at this. Wow. Of course, the flag of Vatican. So this is the Catholic Church, Saint Nicholas Church. But it's so logical that here is the church consecrated to Saint Nicholas, patron saint of all the merchants and sailors. Well, because this is first of all a trade city. Because from here, actually, here used to be the big port, used to be the docks, from where the sailors would go on their journeys, and many would never come back. This is true. So it's only logical that we have a church here. But of course, after after the Netherlands got their independence from the Spanish crown, um, of course, no Catholic churches would be allowed. Does this mean that Catholics would not be allowed? It's interesting because this was my thinking, that they would be prohibited, they would be ousted, sent to exile, because this is what like my city's history would be like. Just if you don't agree, well, you're sent to exile. You don't fit, you're out. That's it. Nobody would even ask what you think about it. So no, actually, they were tolerated. They were just not allowed to worship the way the Catholics did. Um, but these people even found a way. They would have secret churches. I'm sure Stefan told a lot about the hidden churches. Well, he must have mentioned some. And nobody. Well, it's not like nobody really knew. Well, there just wasn't really talked about. So this is what I love about the Netherlands. There are so many things sort of illegal, but they're tolerated. And tolerated is the key word. So this is what I love about it. When at the one of the central squares of the city, like you see the main theater building, and then for the theater building there are actually flags of LGBTQ community. It's lovely. It's tolerated. It's tolerance, even at the hardest times, tolerated. And there's one place just next to the train station. I can zoom it in now. It's nicely lit. Actually, there's a restaurant. There's one next restaurant called Lotje, right? Lotje. It's a place known in the city for its steaks. And another fantastic guide from Amsterdam, Mark, took my family there. Oh, that steak! I'm drooling. I need a steak now. Well, it's a great place, and it's a floating restaurant. But you know what? Speaking of tolerance, in the 20s and the 1930s, so we are in a completely different reality now, a completely different timeline. There was actually a place, a sort of a restaurant, a bar, well, for gay community, and mostly lesbians. Because at that time it wasn't really, like legal. Again, it was sort of tolerated, but people still, well, the women, men didn't really feel super safe and super welcomed, like, not like the way it is now. But this is where they could actually find their, well, sort of a, well, safe spot. I don't know, just a little comfort over there. So tolerated just here, and from across the river, from the church. Lovely, absolutely lovely. I love it. I love it about the Netherlands. That's not in my, like, no. I was born in this. I was okay when I was born. It was still the Soviet Union, uh, and of course, well, I grew up in already post-Soviet times, but I'll stop here. So this is something that I was raised by this by my parents who were raised who lived their entire well, who lived their big part of their life in the Soviet Union. This is not something that I'm really used to. Even though of course I'm well traveled and have so many friends all over the world, it's something that I'm absolutely fascinated with. Okay, cruise ship. Oh, cruise ship tour. Okay, I got it. Okay, so and I want some more history, and we'll stop over also for just I need to do some really thorough checking of the chat. It just keeps going on and on. I'm so sorry, really. I really cannot keep up with it. Hello, hi there. Sorry. Okay, so I mentioned some history. Thank you. I mentioned some history. And so we are now outside of the city world. The balloons, I know the balloon is it's very nice one. I know this balloons is definitely taking the scene. Woo, okay, no, it's fine, dear. Fine. Excuse me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. So we are now. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we are now behind the city wall. So we are in the old. Oh, Anna. Thank you, man. Oh, I'm a guide. Ah, no, we don't speak Dutch. Sorry, English.
Oh, can you take a
Oh,
picture? Yeah, sure.
oh, sure. I'm famous. Am I famous? Sure. Okay, no problem. Sure. Yes. I'm famous. Mom, I'm famous. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Birthday girl.
All right, all right, all right.
Okay.
Oh, wrong way. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm new at this. One, two, three. Cheese.
Cheers.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, this is so sweet, really. Okay, so we are now back to history. We're looking at a wooden house. Just two of the wooden houses that that nowadays exist in Amsterdam. Look at this. It's wooden. You know why so many wooden houses got destroyed? Because there were so many fires. The Great Fire of Amsterdam. Well, not really new history. However, this building, as I found out, actually was built after that fire. But it's still, well, it was still really risky to build with in wood, and it was actually prohibited. So I don't know how they got away with it. And it's more interesting that actually this building is still here despite everything. Lovely. And here, let me take you a little bit further. We're looking at a really nice place and a really dark place. It's something I'm sure Stefan mentioned it, a brown bar, and it has so many monkeys. It's brown because it's so dark. Because because it just looks dark, so it's called brown bar. And it has monkeys there. See over there. I don't want to come too close because I don't want to invade people's privacy. They just don't want to peep into the window like that. You see, there are monkeys there, so it's actually called Monkey Bar. And well, because you're here by the docks, and the sailors would come back from East Indies with all those exotic animals, with the monkeys like their pets, but they could pay with monkeys because, like, why not? They didn't have money, they didn't have cash, but they had monkeys. I'm not sure how much the monkeys was, but they must have loads of beers with one monkey. I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, just lovely, lovely wooden house. I love you. Mwah. I love you. Oh, I swear I haven't had a drop of alcohol today. Yet. 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 Ooh. This place looks welcoming. It has 120 beers. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Well, who knows? Thank you. Thank you. So we are at a street called Zeedijk. Well, Zeedijk, right? So exactly here, there was a dike built to protect actually the city. because the I River is just there, protected from floods. So the dike was made like a little mountain made from earth. So it sends the name Zeerdijk. And of course, thank you. Some more architecture, some more churches. Well, this is called Saint Olaf's Chapel, Saint Olaf's Church, and well, it was built and rebuilt many, many times. But well, of course, this is what really catches your eye. Well, really, you just cannot really but miss it. This beautiful skeleton over there is especially nice before Halloween. It's not really big here, but well, you can still feel some Halloween vibe. And of course, my Halloween tours. So one is going to be about St. Petersburg, and the other one is going to be about Israel. So of course, in Israel, Halloween is not celebrated. It's not something typical, for Jewish culture, for Judaism. But it doesn't mean there are no spooky, scary stories to share. And actually, not legends, but I'll be taking you to a very mysterious cemetery. So on my website, annayourguide.com, you can actually see all the links and book the tour. But I want to show you some history. And you know what? I just want to also show you what this area looked like. Uh, some several centuries ago. Actually, I'm not sure which year it is here, but you see, this is what the church looked like. So this is believed to be like about 1600s. This is when this chapel was brought here, and a few more. Hold on, I think it was a bit too blurry. I hope you can see it okay now. That's what the area looked like, and a few more images. So this is actually long ago before, well, definitely before because you can see the gates. So actually, over there used to be the gates. Over there used to be the gates. It was called Olive Gates because the church is named after, well, Olive Church, Olive Gates there. But you know what I find absolutely fascinating about this church? The connections. So originally the church was built in the 1400s originally. So it didn't look this way, of course. And you know what? In mid 1400s, there was a very special chapel there. It was called Jerusalem Chapel, Jerusalem Church. It was built by it was built by monks and some faithful Christians who actually had been to Jerusalem, visited the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and they made sort of pilgrimage. And those people who had visited Jerusalem would be super respected. They would be like VIPs of the community. And they built a small chapel of Jerusalem here. It used to be here. So you find the connections with Jerusalem everywhere. Lovely, absolutely lovely. So I, I just, it's everywhere. Honestly, it's either connection with. Oops, thank you. It's either connection, well, of course, with Christianity, and then, of course, quite logically with Jerusalem, or it's connection with St. Petersburg. So it's, well, really I'm just amazed how it works, honestly. So more what I like more, even more than that, even more than just architecture, I absolutely love this gable stones. I absolutely love them. I used to have a big book. It's in Russia, it's actually in Siberia, which is the gable stones of Europe. You know, I know in some countries they actually, like I think in the UK they had this the street place, name place quite early, but in general in the medieval Europe, very few people could read, count, so it was just only normal. Well, to have this gable stones, and you could say, okay, I live by the blue fountain, or here in this house lives a milkmaid, works a milkmaid, and now there is a nice restaurant. How should I say it in the Dutch? Milkmaid,
Milkmeisje.
milkmeisje,
Meisje.
milkmeisje. Okay, everyone who speaks Dutch, we're sorry. Just
My Dutch is terrible.
yeah, I know, no. Catherine's been telling her Dutch is horrible, and
It's by me. And that's bad as well. But I'm sorry.
Sorry. Okay, good. So we are very sorry. I can even pronounce that, but we are sorry. Yeah.
Like you. Oh,
so, so we're still at the Zeedijk, and you might have noticed that when I showed you the street name. Oh, look at that. Ooh, lovely, beautiful. Oh, beautiful reflections. I'm doing good. Look. Ooh, I'm doing good. So you might have noticed that on the nameplate of the street were also Chinese characters. Well, that's because this used to be, and it still is, the Chinatown of Amsterdam. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Thank you. Yay. So I don't know Chinese, so I don't know, but we are in the Chinatown, and it's not only the Chinese. So you can find so many restaurants of just the Asian Asian cuisine of different kinds, and also Argentinian steak places as well. I'm not sure the connection with
owned
Chinatown.
by Turkish people.
Yeah,
Yes,
really?
yes.
So Argentinian steakhouse is owned by Turkish people. Okay,
The melting pot.
melting pot. Yeah, indeed, it's a melting pot, of course. Owned by the. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And well, this is, I believe, where tourists come, where locals come for some Chinese food, just because. It, what I like about Amsterdam, that the old city is is not a museum. It's like in Jerusalem. People live here everywhere. Uh, b- people live there. People go to school. Kids go to kindergarten. It's just people live everywhere. Oh, thank you, thank you. And of course, they would come to the same shops. They would come to the same restaurants. Well, of course, some are more crowded, some are less crowded. But I just love it. Wow. Okay, let me before we reach the next spot, go over the comments. I know I haven't. I just can't keep up with the chat. But I'll go slow. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for the kind wishes, for the words of support. Where is the calendar? This is the. Where is the calendar? The calendar is the Google shared Google calendar. You can find it in the pinned links in the Facebook group together virtually. If you go there, there's a pinned post with all the links on how to stay in chat with all the guides. And also my website, if you're interested in my tours, I have a website, annayourguide.com. Uh, so this is where you can find my schedule. But on that Google Calendar, we have this big group calendar of most of the guides, from Hago doing their tours, and I'm sure the website is on its way. Well, it will be there soon. It's not easy when you do it like on your own. It's just the guides collective, and so many guys are involved, and John and Stefan are doing so much, and also Catherine, which not everybody is aware of, is also helping a lot. So this is, it's just so precious how actually, we all got together. I remember the stressful time. I'm still probably not over October, not over April. Yeah, but it happened. Wow, lovely place over here. Speaking of tolerance, speaking of welcoming and the melting pot and whatnot. Wow, cafe di manja
It's a
manja.
basket.
Yeah, it's like a basket,
Little basket.
little basket. So, well, as a linguist, I need to get to the core of things. So, Catherine mentioned me that yeah, in the end,
Yeah.
actually, this affix means little, like diminutive affix. So it's like a little basket, little basket. So this is the name of the place, but this is not what it's famous for, because this was owned by a beautiful lady. Let me show you over here, Bet van Balen. You can also take a screenshot and then scan the QR code. Okay, let's do it like this. So this was opened in 1927, right? 27, 27, by a girl. So she grew up with like 11 kids in the family, and she was a lesbian. Look, again, at that time, it wasn't really legal, but well, anyway, she opened this bar. It was not only for gay community, but like for everyone. You know, it again was a safe harbor. You know, for everyone. And I'm just absolutely amazed how even at the times of occupation, Nazi occupation, the bar was open, and she could actually talk of some of the officers. So she didn't let anyone kick. She didn't let anyone to be kicked out. People came, and so this was a sort of a resistance. That was a way of that was a resistance. Look at her. So of course she's a star, and I'm sure all the Pride tours and when the big Pride comes in, I'm sure like this is the place highly visited. And I myself, well, I had a tour about Pride history in Tel Aviv. Unfortunately, I couldn't join. So 2 years in a row, I actually could not join the Pride. I was always like last time. I was actually this year. I was studying. I was on my study tour, so I couldn't come on time. But uh, probably I'll be doing it virtually at some point about the Pride history in Israel and Tel Aviv. And there's still also some connections. And I'm just thinking about it that in such a short span of time in Israel, it's become the capital, the capital of the Pride world in the Middle East. And we also everyone everyone is affected, everyone, and everybody has come together to protect the country. Not only Jews, just all the Israelis. Ooh, okay. I love these buildings. I like the way it's a little bit. It looks like it's just about to fall on you, like it just a little bit in the area. I'm sure Stefan brought it up many times. I love, but they're not. They're not crumbling. They're not just going to fall down on you, but because this is how they would save money on taxes. Lovely, because you were supposed to pay the taxes just on the how much, well, how big area your house occupies just on the facade, on the ground. So that's why you can find it in many, many places. Well, I promised that in the end, I will show you another temple. So we've already seen a palace for people. We've already seen a Catholic church. We talked about hidden churches. We talked about the revolution, right? Uh, when the Netherlands became Protestant. We saw a Chinese restaurant, and now it's a Buddhist temple, and it's one of the biggest Buddhist temples in Europe. It's huge. Look at that. I'm not sure if non-Buddhists are actually allowed there. You can visit. Ooh, okay. I'd love to visit at some point. I find it fascinating. And of course, the best place for it is exactly the Chinatown. However, some 20, 30 years ago, Chinatown was not really the safest place to go to, unfortunately. But now it's super safe. It's really nice. It's delicious because you can find so many beautiful food places, not only Chinese, but uh, just Asian cuisine, and not only so Turkish owned Argentina steakhouses, and of course this temple. It's exactly where it should be. Just lovely, absolutely lovely. And there is a very special place where I would like to wrap this tour up. Well, first of all, actually, you remember by the Olive Church where the city gates were, and here also used to be the city gates, just like that. Basically, this was it, and that's over there in the end of the street. So this was actually the construction that's part of the city wall. And it's not just the building. To me, it's something very, very special. This is the place that I'll be taking you to on many more tours. I just keep forgetting that I'm wearing this silly hat Why people are looking at me? No, it's lovely. I'm enjoying. I'm actually a celebrity now. I'm popular.
And then
Yes. So I'm famous now. Who would have thought? Well, this place is very, very special to me. It looks like a tower. Actually, it's not a well. It's not exactly a tower. It's actually called a guild house or a weighing house to weigh. To weigh the goods, all the products coming to Amsterdam. And well, you can't. Well, in the daylight, of course, you would see more. And I promise I'll be taking you here in the daylight. But well, I think it also looks magical in the nighttime. It looks nice with a bike. And I promise, after I tell you this big story, oh, it's gonna look nice also with the berries, I think. Yeah. Whoop. Guild house. Look, the different guilds had their offices here. Well, different kinds of guilds, and also the guilds of surgeons. Surgeons guilds. Yeah, surgeons guilds. Yeah, it's there from the front facade. No. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, now there's a restaurant now and also offices on top. Another which is head over there. And actually, this is a creepy, creepy, creepy place because, as I mentioned, the Surgeons Guild had their anatomy theater. And it's interesting because, of course, the world, everybody knows of Rembrandt's painting, Anatomy Theater of Dr. Tulp. Tulp? Tulp. Okay, well, Tulip. Yeah, 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 Tulip. Just to remind you. Yeah, 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 exactly. I want to show you the painting. Yep, this one. And imagine here's a restaurant now. It's like, ugh. Yeah, I remember when I first saw this painting in an old, actually Soviet book. I got nearly puked. But it's okay now, actually fascinating. And I'm not the only one who found it fascinating. Also, Peter the Great. When he came, it was exactly the time when it actually became a big, big performance. All these anatomy theaters. Not only it's not the only place where you could find you could see something like that, but this is where exactly Peter the Great visited. And legends have it that he actually participated in a performance. But I'll be talking about this on my very special tours about Peter the Great in the Netherlands, and not only in Amsterdam. So not only in Amsterdam, I promise. So now let me go over the. Okay, I will need to, I will need to watch it again. Well, we are going to also celebrate it in the end of the week for sure because today was pretty. I would say, well, just a nice quiet day with family, and we might have maybe some beers with this beautiful lady over here and this beautiful bear over here.
a beer with a bitch. A bitch with a beer.
A matcha with a beer.
Beer there.
Be, be, be,
A bitch.
a little beer for the little bear. Okay, some more Dutch here. I don't ask me to repeat. I'm not. I won't be able to do that. So if there are questions, please send them now because I just cannot see all of this in the chat. Thank you so much for all the support. I see the coffees coming in. I see the PayPal's coming in. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you everyone who donated to this crazy crowdfunding campaign. Thank you everyone who's been supporting me. It's not even about the money, just the kind words, words of support. Just checking on us, like how we're doing. I remember checking all that sitting in my safe room and thinking of like how crazy the world has gotten. Whew, that's and with the tower. So Catherine is taking pictures of me. Yeah. Okay. So let me go over the chat to see if there are any questions. The Anne Frank house is not around here. Not around here. You couldn't see Anne Frank house, Ashford in Amsterdam. Can't see everything, and that's far away. No, in Amsterdam, what I really love about the city is everything is really, really close, within walking distance. Oh, I love this heart. I've never seen this heart before. Have you seen this emoji?
Yes, that's a YouTube hack.
Oh, that's you. Oh, I see. Okay.
The heart and a hug.
Okay. Thank you so much for the heart and hug. Thank you. Pick with Oscar. Now I think I need this full set. This the proper picture. No, I can hold it. No, 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 like from afar, just with the tower. Yeah, of course.
Tower.
Yeah, with the tower.
Tangled.
Oh, it's tangled. Woo! Chip, chip. Okay. So now Catherine's going to help me out. 'Cause- yeah. Whoop.
That's a queen.
Yes. And the bear bearer.
She's not bad. There we go. Best I can do. I'm not bad with a gimbal.
Yeah, I know you're not bad with a gimbal.
I'm not a pro, but
No, 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 no. Thank you, dear. Okay, so let me see. Great outfit. Oh yeah, Oscar always looks better than I do. Always. No, just look at this. No, it's like this. Well, this is a very meaningful word here. So future is bright. This is what I've been hoping for so long. Okay. Look at this starry sneakers, and look at this denim jacket and the starry hood. No, I mean I really want. I want a hoodie like that. Ah, just lovely, absolutely lovely. Catherine, thank you so much for just making this happen. Stefan, thank you so much if you're watching. Well, you know how grateful I am. Thank you, everyone. This is the biggest birthday present ever. Safety for me and my family. Peace for me and my family. And please keep praying for Israel. Um, I know Israel will win. I know, but at what cost? So that's what's. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, Oscar's dressed up for my birthday. Yes, it's true. I'm just honestly, this is the most trendy, the most nicely looking bear. Honestly, yes, it's so quiet and peaceful, and it's just really, you know, uh, like every day, like every once in a while, I'm just thinking, okay, why it's so peaceful? Why it's so quiet? And then I hear loud noise, and then I'm thinking, for just a bit of a second, I'm thinking, what is this? What is this? And then I realized that it's just life, it's just life. It's just a peaceful life here. Well, it's not always been like that. So that's it's just the one more reason to appreciate it more. And so please don't take the peace and well-being in your area for granted. This is what I've learned so well already. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Ooh, I need another one. Woo. We have one in the St. Isaac's Cathedral. Do you remember? We have one. I actually kissed the bear, so we're definitely going to do. I don't know, maybe just a collage with the two pics. With a more than 2 years. No, actually, 3 years distance, something like that. Yeah, 3 years gap between the two.
yeah,
And we're back together with the bear.
it comes for your birthday.
Yeah,
year.
every year, every year. So once again, for those who joined a little bit later, I'm going to be like this live stream is going to be available for everyone to watch and to catch up with. And also, I will make it available for everyone to watch my recording of my previous birthday. It was in Ashkelon. Very peaceful day, a very peaceful place, ruins, and the beach. And Oscar, Oscar hasn't changed. See, I might have, but don't tell me about it. But Oscar hasn't changed. and Ashkelon is looking
He's reading the chat.
different today. Yeah, so only Oscar is capable of actually keeping up with the chat. Thank you so much, everyone. So it's time to wrap this up. Yeah, by this very funny place where they actually, you know, dismembered bodies and did all these things. But it's Amsterdam, so it's nice, nice place. Many stories to share. I've been hitting the books so much. I can't wait to start actually taking into those places. So again, this they're not going to be Stefan's tour or Mark's tours or Lee's tours. So it's just going to be my vision. I don't want to set anyone up. I don't want to plagiarize. So, but well, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you, honestly. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The chat is really crazy. So if I did miss any of the important questions, please feel free to send them in messages and DMs and message or whatever. And on my website, iknowyourguide.com, you can find my schedule, and there will be more tours scheduled shortly. And also on the 28th, I'm doing a tour together with Stefan. It's going to be on his YouTube channel. Ooh, it's going to be so much fun. Ooh, and two on the 30th. And two on the 30th. I just learned about the tours on the 30th. Oh no, you told me about it. I forgot. So I have short-term memory issues. Okay. So it's gonna be great, and also I have tours on the 27th, two tours on 29th, on for Halloween on the 31st. Just I think just a few hours before Stefan's Halloween tours. So just go and check out the Google Calendar. There's so many fantastic tours coming in. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I'm already overrunning, and I really can't wait to have some beer with. Do they actually give beer to bears? Are bears allowed to the bar?
Just try stuffing him.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember him in this news bar, and suicidal bar? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just drop. I think Richard Edmonds took very good, very good pick of that. Exactly at that moment, we have this postcard somewhere. Okay, bye bye, everyone. Here we are. Thank you so much for joining me, Catherine and Oscar, and the giant balloon over there. Thank you so much, and see you very soon. And wish me luck tomorrow. I'm not gonna tell anything now, but just wish me luck, okay? Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye. And of course, I'll wrap it up with a nicely looking spot without my face and the silly hat. No, I think I need to move a little bit backwards, just to see it all together. Yeah, that's great. That's it. Very good. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you. Thank you for all the support. I'm overwhelmed, honestly. Bye bye.